Morning.
Hey, Jay.
Hi, Reed.
We just had Kyler out here, and to sort of make the numbers, just round them off so there is to talk about. He has about half his points, but in the final third of the season. What do you think has allowed him to be more productive in that time?
Well, I think the best players rise to the occasion when it matters most, and in the last third, I don't know that the playoffs were an answered question. We had to work to get into the playoffs, and he led the way not only with his points production, but with the way he was playing the game. And because of that, the team is in the position it's in, is because of the work of our leaders that set the tone for the rest of the group. And we've had lots of architects and lots of bricklayers that have all pulled their weight and got us to this spot here in game 82.
From what you've seen of him when you've coached him, it seems like, and he talked about it a couple weeks ago, like he can kind of embrace being a little irritating. Would you, what could you say about that quality in him?
Yeah, I just think he rises to the occasion no matter how he gets pressed, whether it's on the ice, off the ice. He's somebody who's driven to be the best in the world. He's also driven to win. And he's done a really good job of leading that group of players in our dressing room.
Jay's, just some housekeeping here. Darnell Nurse, any update on him?
Yeah, he's had some good days here. He's not going tonight.
And Zach Cassian?
Cass is good. He is going tonight.
And do you plan on resting anybody in particular tonight?
Yes.
McDavid and Draisaitl?
Yes.
Any others?
Both of those players will not be in tonight's game.
Okay.
Is that a pretty easy decision to make at this point? How does that happen? Like,
Yeah, I think the way that decision happens is we talk about as a coaching, kind of what we said yesterday. We talk about as a coaching staff, a management group, and then we talk with our players about it. And we just think it's a smart move heading in to playoffs that could start as early as Monday.
we don't know necessarily on Darnell. You said he had a couple of good days. So I think that is somewhat of a positive. But from what you've seen from your blue line, I mean, it could feel like a pretty catastrophic hole with Nurse not there. But have you seen things from your blue line without him that, you know, kind of lead you to believe that the guys are able and doing a good job of filling in?
Yeah, I have. I've seen people elevate their game. Obviously, Kulak has really stepped it up in that position alongside Cece, so that's a positive. Philip Broberg comes in. You know, he'd been out for a while. He played a few games in Bakersfield, and then for him to come up and score his first NHL hockey game, or first NHL goal last night in a big moment, I think that's a positive sign. Have a real comfort level with his skill set and what he can bring to our decor. I think, you know, we've asked that group to keep it simple, and they've played very well here for us.
Did we ask who was starting in net? So Smith tonight or Koskinen?
Did you ask? Can you ask?
Smith or Koskinen tonight? Or?
Koskinen will go tonight.
Okay, thanks.
Was that a consideration because it's back-to-back, or did you just decide Mike's played enough hockey?
Yeah, again, it kind of goes to that process. We sit and we talk with amongst coaches. I talk with Dustin Schwartz, our goalie coach, and then involve the player in that as well. And yeah, we think he's played a lot of really good hockey down the stretch here, and he'll be ready as we move forward.
Duncan Keith is going to play this evening. Is that true?
Duncan Keith is playing this evening.
He's a 38-year-old hockey player. Was there any consideration to resting him in this last game?
Yes, there was consideration.
Was that his call or your call?
It's a combination of both.
He said he wants to play. I like playing, so I was wondering.
It's a combination of both, yeah, for sure. I think the daily interactions with your players, you get a feel for that kind of thing. You kind of take straw polls and you understand where their opinions lie and whatnot. And Dunk's a gamer and he wants to play.
Broberg will not play?
Broberg will not play tonight.
Okay, is he going back? Has he gone back to Bakersfield already?
Not that no.
Look, they got one final league game. That's why I was going.
Yeah, I thought it was important for him to come up last night and get his, because he played very well before he went back down the last time. Then he got hurt early and he missed some time. So I just wanted to make sure that he got an NHL game in before we began our playoff run.
And what do you want to see from Josh Archibald, who's not played very much when he actually has played the games? What do you want to see so that he's going to be ready to play in the playoffs, because he hasn't played a lot in the last month?
I want him to demonstrate what he has over his career in terms of the ingredients that he brings to a team. I see a player who's high energy. I see a player who's good on the penalty kill, who skates well, and is physical.
Is Darnell Nurse skating yet?
He didn't skate today.
Okay. Is there a chance that you would go 11-7, even if Darnell looks like he can start the playoffs, because you're not sure, you don't want to get caught in case he can't?
We could. I think what we've demonstrated here since the middle of February is that we're flexible. We can win in numerous fashions, and we have a lot of really good players to choose from. So what I'm most excited about is a lot of those players have made our decisions difficult. We'll sit down as a group and try and come up with the best lineup possible.
So are all those players who do not normally play on the first power play, are they all got their hands up tonight because Leon and Connor are not?
I don't know. Certainly they had a good game yesterday. They were pretty, they scored a big goal for our team and had numerous chances.
Thank you.
Jay, what was the conversation like? Give us an idea. Leon and Connor, we know they love to play and want to play, but they likely understand that this is good for them and good for the team to just get an extra night off.
Yeah, I think it's just about, making sure their energy levels, their complete wellness is where it needs to be heading into a playoff series. And we're fortunate to be in the position that we're in. We know where we're going to be. We know where we're going to start. We know who our opponent is. And the side benefit is that we're allowing some other people to be reintroduced to our lineup and get up and running, because we know that come playoff time, you're going to need lots of people. So you want people feeling good heading into that playoff run.
Jay, just going back to Yamamoto, you talked about how he rises to the... He also brings a tenacious and agitating style about him. How well does that bode for you guys heading into the playoffs next week?
Yeah, I think it's good. I've seen this player ever since he was introduced to the organization. I think that tenaciousness is contagious amongst other people. He does a lot of work for other people. And because he does, he is a popular request as a line mate. And I also think that he, over the last few weeks, we've really introduced him to more penalty killing time, and he's been a big factor in why the penalty kills headed in the right direction.
I know you deal in the present, but I have to ask this question anyway. Will you be having dinner with Todd McClellan on Sunday and then saying you will not speak? Playoffs are over.
You know what, I can't speak that far in advance, but I would imagine that, especially come playoff time, you're worried about your own team and being with your own people. Without reading the tea leaves into the future, I can comfortably say that, no, that will not be happening.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.